Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team's currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2 CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 108. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now without further ado, let's get started. First up, Lenoir's dug up WINGAMES /new12/TAICHI. So clearly something to do with Tai Chi, given the, well, it's in the name. We got a write file, register, help. What's the help say? Welcome to Tai Chi game. What is Tai Chi game? In ancient China, some philosophers believed that everything that existed in the universe could be classified into 5 categories. Oh wait, let me say that with proper enunciation. Could be classified into 5 categories! These philosophers used the 5 categories combined with Tai Chi to build a theory of the universe. It's hard to translate the 5 categories into English without losing their real meanings. However, we try to give an explanation here. And I'll stop doing that because I'm looking ahead and it looks like that would actually get a little crazy. Okay, I guess we need to see the how to play section. Or how to install first. So, how to play. Basically, after the game starts, an icon representing a category called... What? Oh, that's a... Sorry. For some reason I thought this was a slash. It's clearly a bracket. An icon representing a category called category icon hereafter will show up on the top of the game frame and move towards the bottom. The motion of the category icon will be stopped if it hits another category icon or the bottom of the game frame. Before the category is stopped, you can use 6 control keys to control the category icon. Wait, so why is this one not category icon? Okay, so it's like arrow, it's like the right side of AWDS. It's JKLI. Interesting. Why wouldn't you just use the arrow keys? Why do something like that? With enter and space being also required? Okay, that just made things a whole lot more awkward. So, like, part of the reason why AWDS works is because you can rest your thumb on the space bar on your left hand, and then hit other keys with your pinky with, like, the shift and control keys, or even the tab key. Although I like to hit the tab key with my ring finger. But if you have your left hand on I, J, K, and L, you have to hit spacebar with your pinky, and that's really that's really uncomfortable. And then enter, your thumb doesn't even reach enter, so you have to put your other hand on it. So you can hit every key except one. That's very awkward. Maybe the arrow keys will work. Maybe. There are a lot of rules to this game. In the help file here, it says, a contest makes a game more interesting. Sun Moon USA proposes a contest of Tai Chi game. The winner of this contest may win up to $300 US. To make the contest fair to every player, we have to minimize the machine dependence of Tai Chi game. Although Tai Chi game is independent of the CPU speed, it does depend on the graphics hardware speed. Still working on this problem. Once it's solved, we'll release version 1.1 and the details of the contest. Oh, yeah, I got a funny feeling that never happened. But apparently the registration fee for the game is $10 per computer, or $30 for all computers. Okay, so the thing with, something I should point out, this is something that comes up when you look into distributing your own software without going through a third party, is the way you license software out is usually on a per user basis. So you only do a per machine basis when you're talking about things like commercial settings like a computer lab or something, because in that case, the number of people using it is going to fluctuate wildly. So instead of doing it per user, you're doing it per machine. But when you're doing software licensing for a home use, Usually you're doing it per user, which means only one person can be running the copy at a time, but they can have it on as many computers in their home as they want to, because, like, how are you going to police that, really? But the idea is that if two people wanted to play it at the same time on two different computers, then you would need to have two copies of the game to do that legitimately. But this person's saying per home computer, or for all computers in the household. So they have an entire section here for distributor licensing as well. This is unusual for indie software. This might not be indie software. Unregistration copy, yes, I know. Oh wow. Huh. There was like a delay there, and then it suddenly started working. Also, the maximize button doesn't work properly, so we got another one of those games. So we got starting level, option. You know, looking at the instructions, I thought this was going to be some kind of puzzle game, but why do I get the feeling this is just going to be some kind of weird Tetris variant? Oh, we can actually change the controls. Good. I'm going to do this like this. Z and X. And then that's a drop key, a space. And then enter. I'm going to move that over to keypads. There it goes. Keypad 0. Just had to fiddle with numlock there, because DOSBox is weird like that. Okay, so hit OK. Apparently there's sound effects. That's going to be interesting. A lot of noise outside right now, so apologies for that. Okay, so I guess start? How do we start? Oh, there's a play button. Duh. Place your fingers in position. Okay, so is this like some sort of weird columns type thing? I don't know. Again, the rules were very unclear. Oh, you're not allowed to change the empty ones, though. Why is that one flashing? Why is that one flashing? Why is anything doing anything? But yeah, you can just change them to whatever you want, unless it's a... Yeah, I don't understand why some of them flash. Oh, the flashing ones you can't change. This is weird. Or what if I do a chain effect? Yep, it catches that too. Okay, so the game is working as I would expect it to. Now I'm trying to figure out what is the actual goal of the game. Like, am I trying to get rid of everything? Or am I just trying to get rid of the empty ones? Or what? Oh, I'm running out of time. Time is running out. Do I have enough time? Probably not. And that's it. What? I mean, clearly they put some effort into this. Like, I mean, we've got graphics of stuff. There's, like, a proper background and everything. This game just has me confused. Let's put it that way. It's like, now how do I get rid of that last empty one is the question. I guess I just gotta wait for the right pieces. Okay, so that is actually how you're supposed to win a level. So yeah, that was Tai Chi game. It's basically like a Columns or Dr. Mario game, but definitely different. It's not a bad game, let's put it that way. $10 software. Yeah, I can see this passing as $10 software for the early Windows days. Again, there's just something very weird about this game. It's hard to put into words. Next up, we have a team digs from Seth Tierney and Brendan of RetroSwim. WINGAMES /unclassified /THEDRUMS. I got a funny feeling this is just going to be like a drum set sort of program. Where is that? The drums. Ooh. Okay, first question, what's up with all of these? There's like a lot of files here and a lot of formats I don't recognize, which is not common for Windows software. So, well, we got a help file. THEDRUMS. That's a interesting set of things. THEDRUMS is a complete universal sequence editor for all your drum parts. Edit your patterns on the screen editor and chain them into a song. Customize the instrument table up to 25 instruments. Huh. And it says that only registered copies are able to generate standard MIDI files. This could be interesting. Let's actually see what's going up here. So, copyright 92 by Fabio Marzocca? I think it could be a double C. I think it could be a cha sound. Again, I'm terrible at pronouncing things. You guys should know that. But welcome. Hope you'll enjoy with the drums. So, device configuration. Input kind of doesn't really matter. Because I don't have anything connected. Registration data not found. Copy is declassified to unregistered. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, it doesn't maximize properly, but whoa. Okay, does it come with anything by default? That would kind of help. Open? Oh yeah, these are all made with it. So if we load the rock one here, play. Yeah. So how do I stop it now is the question. Oh, spacebar. Yeah, this is actually it's just basically it's a drum sequencer in a sense. Huh. Like, so if I wanted to, like, say, do something stupid like that, this is gonna sound real bad. Actually, it doesn't sound too bad. I was just clicking on spots that seemed like it would make sense. Yeah, we've got a fully functional drum kit sequencer thing here. Does it actually do oh. This is actually a lot too here. So there's like another one here. Okay, and then this one. So it's like pieces that you would use. But then how would you actually, like, put something together? Like, there's a play song option, but it's not going in order. Huh. Oh, there's a song section here, so you actually set up which patterns go in what order. Speaking of sounds, I got sirens going on outside. A lot of noise outside tonight, which is annoying because now it's going to be in the video, but yeah, so this is actually pretty well featured here. So the question is, how much does this guy want for this software? $50. $50 US for this piece of software. But you know what the funny thing is? Normally when we see a program that costs that much, it's either been overpriced up the wazoo and barely does anything, or it's some sort of specialty software that's specifically going to be made for the people who would really get the most out of it. And that's what this is. This is a program that looks like it can clearly do a lot. But the average person's not gonna really know what to do with it. Well, let's actually load some of the other stuff that's already included with this. We got Big Rock. What's Big Rock? So yeah, this is definitely specifically for drum type stuff. It's actually very similar in functionality to a keyboard roll that you would see in like a typical music making program. But this is only drums. So you're basically clicking on where different drum sections are going to happen. And it kind of works like a sequence in that sense. So like one column represents like one point in time, and it's moving through all the columns and then playing whichever instruments are ticking in those columns. Although, why does it have like... Oh, I can actually right-click to hear what it sounds like. Yeah, it's clearly going through the actual MIDI driver on my sound card. Like, it's not going on my sound chipset on my actual computer. It's not going through the emulation. So it's passing the MIDI information through to my actual sound device on my computer. Oh wow, you can even set it to like have just 3 per pattern or something. Although I don't get why there's different colors. I guess that's like volume settings. Oh yeah, loudness. You can actually set the loudness of what you're putting in right here. So yeah, that was the drums. It is a very powerful program. Probably deserving a... I'm kind of getting distracted by this. I should stop it. Definitely deserving of the $50 that was being asked for, because there are going to be certain people who would actually really find this handy for doing the kind of work they were doing. And it even has like... It clearly has MIDI input as well, just judging from the fact that you actually have to set an input device. So yeah, definitely a powerful program, but I don't know how useful it would be nowadays compared to what's out there, but then that doesn't matter really. This came out in... Where's the about? This came out in 1991 originally. And this version's from 93. So back then, this would have been some pretty powerful stuff. And our last dig comes from Zed Supremus, WINGAMES /adventure /explore. I'm gonna guess some kind of exploration game. Oh, I think I actually know what this is. Just judging from the fact that it says Stellar right there. Because there's a game I know of called Stellar Explorer, which, if I'm remembering correctly, is actually kind of an interesting game. Well, there you go. Stellar Explorer, version 1.0 by Technological Computer Innovations. Although I never actually looked into the shareware details of it, so I don't know. $20. If it's the game I think it is, then that's actually not that terrible. This is not the game I thought it was, but I have actually played this one before. So yeah, it's another one of those Trek type games. So you've got your energy stuff listed there, galaxy map, short range scan, there we are. Long range scan and galaxy map, I don't really know what the difference is. Might be the same thing. And we can also use the computer to do things. Oh, I think when you actually hit the scan buttons, it's actually burning time. So maybe we shouldn't just constantly click those. But anyways, this one actually controls a lot more like a typical Trek game. Oh, and you can even change the 3D effect to be raised or recessed, because it's using the 3D spelled like THREED.DLL or VBX. VBX, right? That must be built in. Or missing, and it's just assuming that we have it. Oh, there's a sound option. Okay, so I'm trying to remember how this works here. So I think in order to move... First of all, let's put the shield... Yeah, it's definitely taken clips from the Star Trek TV show. So you set the direction to move, warp power... Oh, whoops. Well, that didn't help. Oh, that's right, I remember now. So, if you're on the short range screen, then the directions in the warp power simply equates to impulse. But it doesn't change it to say impulse, which is kind of confusing. But if you're on the actual galactic map, then you will move properly. But anyway, so let's actually move to a sector where there's actually hostiles. So go down.
Red alert.
Although not all of the sound effects seem to be from
Shields up.
Okay, so let's actually try to phaser this guy. How much power do we want to use? Oh wow. That's a lot of it's a very small scroll bar for that. Phasers? Oh, they're actually doing a lot more damage. Maximum power. That not work? Maybe I should try using the photons instead. So I would have to move 7 spaces this way. Why did I put my shields back down? I like how it's doing a MIDI twang for the red alert. I've got a funny feeling that if it was using the proper MIDI through the emulated sound drivers, it would actually probably sound more like an alert, but it just sounds like a little twang going off instead. But yeah, I don't... Now the photons are sort of damaged. I don't know if they're gonna... There it goes. See, that's weird how it was using like the MIDI instruments there, although not totally unheard of with games like this. But yeah, it's a typical Trek game. I don't understand why it's showing some sectors as yellow. Yeah, it's very weird how that works. You have to do like a long-range scan before you can actually see anything. Okay, so yeah, there's a starbase here. So if we go there... Can I get repaired? No? Maybe we move on top of it. Yep, that's what you gotta do. So we got our stats back up. Let's actually see what this whole hyperspace thing is on the computer screen. Select function and then OK. So that's like a random teleport, I'm guessing. Yeah, the enemies get to fire first, before I get my shields up. That's not fair. And they get to fire again. What kind of logic is that? Here, have some phasers. So yeah, that's Stellar Explorer. It's a game I've played before. It's not bad for one of these Trek games, but... They want $20 for it. I don't think this is worth $20. I think this is... You might get 15 for it. 10 would be a fair price for sure. 15 is pushing it. 20, no. Not $20 software. Especially for... Or actually, it's for 92 though. No, I still think 20 is just a little too much. Like, it doesn't play terrible, but it doesn't play great either. And you gotta remember, there were tons of games like this, including some that were free. So, you were really up against stiff competition with a game like this, which meant if you're gonna charge money for it, it better be really good.